I'm with Dean Nelson, who's with the Network of Politically Active Christians, and we were at this event today. It was the town hall meeting on reparations, and Alveda King spoke. She was invited to speak, and she managed to get in a word about abortion. As far as this topic that's going around, the reparations and abortion, how do you feel about the connection between the two?
Sure. Well, obviously reparations is something that people have been discussing for a number of years, and I think that there's some biblical precedent for like the Jubilee, and also Jesus even speaking very clearly about when something has been stolen to return it. But I think that it's so wild that we're talking about reparations, but something from 100 or 200 years ago, when the reality is that right now, today, there are thousands of African American babies that are being aborted, and almost 15 million since Roe v. Wade, and we seemingly can't bring that up as an issue in our community. And I was greatly impressed to hear Alveda King to bring that issue any way that we can to highlight the need for us to address the issue of abortion, particularly in the African American community, is important. So whether we have to get it in through talking about reparations, or whether we get it in through talking about it through a variety of arenas, I think that the abortion in the black community is something that has to be told over and over again, because it is destroying our people, it's destroyed our heritage, and I don't think God is happy.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that. And talking about abortions having killed 15 million blacks in America, and then of course another 35 million of everyone else, I mean, 50 million dead. It doesn't seem to be logical to me when we look at World War II, and people talk about the number of Jews who were killed. My mother's family, they were all wiped out by the Nazis. No one left there, and I can certainly understand the anger that one might have, and the let's say either the retaliation or the demand for compensation or something. But I guess having that in my background, I guess I've always believed that it's up to me to step up and do what's necessary and defend the defenseless. So that's why, instead of me looking back, let's say, about how to get whatever compensation from the Jewish side of us, I look at how I can save people.
Right.
How can we save the thousands of blacks who are killed daily in this country? I mean, that's an important topic, isn't it?
I mean, it's huge, and I think particularly we as Christians need to be able to stand up and to help define what issues are a priority. And I don't think that in any way, shape, or form that we can place the lives of millions of innocent, unborn human beings to be anywhere on the same place as reparations that might be owed us because of slavery. Slavery was horrible. It was a grave injustice, but we can't turn our eyes away from those that are being slaughtered. I mean, the Holocaust that is occurring in our country legally today on not just black babies, but on babies of any kind. And I think that we have to take a stand. And here at the Congressional Black Caucus, Impact, as well as the Coalition on Urban Renewal and Education, and other organizations like Alveda's are trying to stand firm to make sure that this issue does not go away. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, we need to hold our elected officials accountable. I mean, the Congressional Black Caucus, I mean, over the last, several years, has consistently, all of them, gotten a 0% rating from the National Right to Life. They have done nothing as it relates to the issue of abortion on demand in America. And I believe that we need to voice our opinions as African Americans and to hold them accountable. Remember, it was a statement, I believe, from a former President, James Garfield, who essentially said that the people are responsible for the character of their Congress. He says, if that body be ignorant, reckless, and corrupt, it's because the people allow ignorance, recklessness, and corruption. But if that body be intelligent, brave, and pure, it is because the people demand these high qualities. And I believe that we as a people need to demand high quality and character and standards on many of these issues from our elected officials. And if we do not, we will allow them to co-opt the things that they think that are important, that are not important to us, and be able to lead without the voice of the people. And it's our call to ask individuals to contact their representatives, to petition on behalf of the unborn, to stand and say that we will not allow millions of babies to go aborted in our communities any longer. And I believe that we need to stand as one people, unified on that front.
Planned Parenthood, through some of the YouTube videos that Alveda and Day Gardner and others have pointed out, they obviously have had a pattern of targeting blacks by putting their facilities in black neighborhoods. It seems to me that Planned Parenthood is probably one of the most racist organizations this country has ever seen, or the world has ever seen. And even when they made the phone calls to those people wanting to donate money to specifically kill blacks,
yes,
they were just almost elated to do so. And so with that in mind, and Planned Parenthood being almost $1 billion industry, I'm wondering why some of the folks in this room today aren't thinking about, hey, there's a company that's got a lot of money that is directly targeting blacks. Talk about reparations.
Absolutely, and I think that it is disingenuous, it is hypocritical for politicians, particularly from the African American community, to continue to take money from Planned Parenthood, for them to actually vote along the lines that would continue to fund Planned Parenthood. I mean, as you said, almost 8 out of 10 Planned Parenthood clinics are either in or near urban or minority communities. And I believe that when we recognize that and we continue at the federal level to give them money to the tune of almost $350 million each year, what that does is it empowers the largest abortion provider in our country to dupe, to swindle, to purport themselves as being a friend of the black community, and in reality they are the ones, since the very beginning of its inception, have a clear plan to eliminate those who are in the minority community. And so we can no longer stand and to allow Planned Parenthood to go violating many laws. I mean, they violate laws in many states, whether it's taking money for services that are not provided, whether it is actually taking minors across state lines, whether it is providing abortions, late-term abortions when they shouldn't. I mean, this is egregious, violations of laws that are in our country, and we can no longer be silent regarding our citizens telling Congress for an investigation, telling Congress that we need to no longer fund an organization that is rooted in racism and continues to violate laws and has almost, as you stated, $1 billion budget, all for the primary purpose of aborting children, and that particularly in urban and minority communities.
Thank you, Dean Nelson.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. For those of you out there who are watching this, we have a couple seconds left. It's up to you to get involved. We're not supposed to just sit back and watch it all happen, are we? That's
exactly right. And if they would like to, they can contact us at 202-624-3005 or visit us on the web at NPAC, that's npac.wellingtonboone.com. Thank you.
Thank you.